All systems operating within normal design parameters. Engage cybernetic generation sequence. Malfunction detected. System overload. Warning. 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 System overload critical. Warning. 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 Warning.
Well, Dream, the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Arn Anderson will be making their way out here in this tag team event, and I can tell you right now that all eyes, not only of WCW, but of the sports entertainment world on Baltimore coming up in 2 weeks, because unprecedented that a former NFL great, former All-Pro Steve Mongo McMichael would team up with Kevin Green to face Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Well, you see the dirtiest play in the game right there. Roman and Elizabeth, we talking about devilish women. Yes, sir, teaming up with them. Let me tell you another take on that situation. You see the guy stagger around, you see the guy get sacked. It's not like a tackle that you receive in the ring. When you get sacked, you get exploded on. And you can talk about these guys only going 10 yards at a time and running out of gas as long as you want. If Kevin Green or Mongo McMichael explode on the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, like I know they can, they will take them out. Got to understand, there were only two great football players, big-time guys. I'm talking about, there's a lot of football players that came to the wrestling, but big players. The legendary Wahoo McDaniel, Ernie the Cadillac, that really made it to the big time. These two guys are in a different mode. They are quicker, they are faster, they are bigger, they are meaner. I don't know if they're meaner than Wahoo, but the bottom line is they are the new modern athlete, and they will prepare themselves for that situation at the Great American Bash on pay-per-view.
Well, keep in mind, and we need to talk about this a little.
Look at that.
Look, what's Elizabeth doing? Elizabeth's having a little small time here with the Armstrong brothers, and meanwhile, here we go.
Having what? Having what with it?
Little small time.
Small time. Yeah, small time.
I like that.
Yeah, I seen you doing this at the convenience store last night. We were pulling in this place.
Wrong again.
Yeah. All right.
Stinger takeover, and down goes Scott Armstrong. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Let me talk about this. This past Tuesday on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Kevin Green was one of the guests. He talked about Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Yes.
He talked about, called Ric Flair Pretty Boy. Tried to tag me.
Got him.
And Ric Flair is more than just a pretty boy. He is the nature boy.
Yeah.
And it's going to be quite a matchup. He's ready. There's no question that Kevin Green is ready.
They have taken this thing so serious. They have been training all week. They have been working hard. I know on WCW Big 2 Hour Live coming up this Monday night on TNT Nitro, they will have another special on the training session. And them two guys are in a mode to where it is so silly to say that they can only go 10 yards and they get in a huddle and they don't know what they're doing. Bottom line, this is a big matchup. Right here, Armstrong's looking for a victory. But two of the best, one of the greatest, the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Arn Anderson are the opponents of Green and McMichael. And that thing really spells trouble unless they are ready. And I think they will be.
There's another in the equation here, and that is a rumor that we have heard. Now, Machine is going to be trying, I believe, a little bit later in this program, to Arn Anderson and to Ric Flair, and we'll see if we can get some information out of them.
About what?
I think they're going to come prepared. I don't know. I've heard there's some rumors.
I know they're going to come prepared, but right here, hung him up.
Wow, did he ever?
Hung him up. You see women out there, devilish, Elizabeth, devilish women in pretty clothes. Pretty women and devilish souls running around and throw him out, dumped him out. In fourth, Arn Anderson can get it done. I hope they study tape too, just like football. Kevin Green and Mongo watching this Saturday night.
Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, watch out to the
yes. See that?
Woman.
Yeah.
Hey! You're talking about devilish.
Yes, I did.
And you are exactly right. Arn Anderson and Ric Flair coming up Sunday, June 16th. Great American Bash in probably the greatest wrestling city of them all, Baltimore, Maryland, the Baltimore Arena. Some great matches that you've had there, that we've been a part of there for many, many years. We look forward to going back to Baltimore.
Well, the Armstrong trying to make a tag there, trying to get some speed moves and make a tag, and it did not work. Arn Anderson cut him off, stopped that nonsense right now. Yeah, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, they are prepared. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying you cannot cut short the athlete of today. The magnitude of this, the Jay Leno show, Hogan watching, everybody watching, the world watching, football players from all over watching to see what's going to happen. I guarantee it.
A back elbow by Ric Flair. Flair with his climb to the top, taking some time. Got Armstrong starting. But he's too close to the enforcer, and he smacks his head up against the top rope.
And that's just how good they are. Teamwork, unbelievable. That's just how good they are. I said on many occasions, they have an opportunity if they really wanted to go after it. Sting and Luger, the world's tag team title. I don't believe they're doing too better. They're on the same level with Arn Anderson and Ric Flair when they're good.
How about that mafia kick?
Just as I said that. What?
A mafia kick.
Yeah, but the mafia kick belongs to the Tongans in the Face of Fear, right around. So now you just gave the mafia kick to the Armstrong. You just went ahead and throw it out there.
That's right.
A mafia kick.
A mafia kick.
Yeah, well, that was an American kick right in the face.
That's exactly what it was. Arn Anderson scoots along to make the tag. Here comes Steve Armstrong. Steve Armstrong. Right hand. Up here, Flair is flashing out again. He's got a big reeling now.
Go on, boy.
Watch out now. Flair in. Up. Drop kick. Anderson goes down, and Steve Armstrong stopped by a fist to the gut.
Yeah, just when you think you got it going, it's all over, baby.
Spinebuster, Arn Anderson. Now remember, Flair's the legal man in. He's stomping away. Only thing he needs to do is cover here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. This one is in the books. It's going to take us now as Ric Flair and Arn Anderson prepare for the great, oh, please stop, Rick, American Bash.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following main event contest is for the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship. It is set for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Nuremberg, Germany, Ghost Wonder Kid, Alex Wright.
We are back on Saturday night, and we are coming to you as hot as we can as we head into WCW Monday Nitro, coming up this Monday live and for 2 hours. But here's a youngster from Nuremberg, Germany that is really a sensation. We'll talk more about him, but right now we go back to David Fincher. Here comes the U.S. Heavyweight Champ.
His opponent, formerly from Cuba, now residing in Mexico City, the WCW United States Heavyweight Champion, Conan!
Here's the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Conan Dream, and I tell you, you talk about a man who is quite a sensation as well. Internationally, Conan is.
Well, you get the whole spectrum here. We got Nuremberg, Germany against Mexico by way of Cuba, and the bottom line now is these two great athletes are ready to get it on right here on Saturday night. And I tell you what, Alex Wright, so much speed, youth, and at an early age, he learned to battle with a big boy play. See what Conan's got for him.
No question about it. We talked about WCW Monday Nitro Live, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. You got to see this one. We got some big title matches coming up that we'll talk about a little bit later. The Giant and Ice Train, Luger and Sting against the Steiner Brothers. A lot going on, and of course, it's the big event coming up in the month of June as we head in the month of June here. And of course, that is the Great American Bash. Alex Wright cartwheeling out of it, at least attempting to. Arm drag takedown, and that was nicely done.
Really come out, he nipped up, did a little carty wheel, if you will. Then grabbed his arm, brought him over, got that wrist here. He got that wrist really, a lot of pain right there on that forearm and wrist, and trying to really just break that thing back. Not a cold red, if you will, but the Wonder Kid knows what he's doing.
Fans, as we head to the Great American Bash, there's a lot going on, a lot of animosity, and of course, a lot of talk about the Macho Man Randy Savage. Look at Conan, if you will, arm drag takedown.
Whoa!
Ducking low that time, Alex Wright!
Oh, baby!
Backflipped it. Oh, that worked, though, I tell you. It was a good one. Conan back up. Hip tosses him down.
Well, they both had the same idea. Nice nip up. There you go. Nip it tough. Nip it tough.
Great exchange by these men. But let's talk for a second. The Macho Man cannot wrestle on television.
Right.
Now, we have told him, I do understand WCW officials have said, if you want to come to the arena and you want to watch, that's cool, but you can't get in the ring. He has said, if I come to the arena, I'm going to be dressed and I'm going to wrestle.
Yes.
So each and every television taping we have security outside to lock him out to make sure he can't get in.
Well, the Nature Boy Ric Flair took him over the edge. I mean, he took, when you talk about the woman and the money and women and Elizabeth and everything that was driven to the street for the Macho Man Randy Savage, he got to be feeling really poorly right now. And then been cuffed, locked out so many occasions, and now wanting to get, he just wants to get it done with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. But what he did last Saturday night, as I said, I will not condone hitting an official like he did. So yes, beefed up security. They're all here. And the Macho Man running around trying to get in.
Conan in a predicament here with the hands of Alex Wright. Conan to face El Gato, international star for the U.S. title.
El Gato.
El Gato coming up at the Great American Bash. However, an upset here by Alex Wright, and the youngster from Nuremberg would go into the Great American Bash as the U.S. heavyweight champion. Single leg pickup now. Alex Wright content with keeping him off his feet.
Yeah, he is. And every time this young man is on television, if you will, the whole continent, if you will, of Germany watches the young Alex Wright. He was sent there so young to learn his trade, and boy, did he learn that trade well. He's been in there with the likes of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, with the Iron Anderson. He's been in there against the Giants. He's been there against the United States Heavyweight Champion Conan. A lot of ability, this young man. A long way to go for him. Learning every day right here on Saturday night.
A good look at this capacity crowd on hand for WCW Saturday Night. Good to have you with us, and we certainly hope that you will join us tomorrow night for the main event at 6:05 Eastern Time. Into the ropes, tumbling in. Whoa, my goodness.
Well, he popped up so quick with that clothesline. He just leveled him. He did a forward roll, come up in a clothesline, and I'm sure that Alex Wright was looking down at the ground at the forward roll and didn't look up. All of a sudden, he got him under the chin, and right on the kneecap.
How about that? And a form of the DDT. That was a drop kick, as you said, Dream, on the kneecap. That took a lot of skill to do that. 1, 2.
Whoa. The kid kicked out.
I mean, you really got to time your jump to get a drop kick on the kneecap.
That's true. That's true. Remember, in the hotel room, I tried to teach you that.
Yeah, you didn't.
And that's about as high as you could get right there.
Spin wheel kick on the kneecap.
Spin wheel kick.
Yes. I mean, it was quite a skill level for someone who can jump. Pick up and down he goes. And 1, 2. Alex didn't hook a far leg that time, and it cost him, I think.
Yeah, there was no good cover there. Got him in a position where he was trying to put him away. But when you do something, you got a guy that's on his back anytime. You got to grab a leg and hook him up. I don't care if it's early in the match or late. Go ahead and do it. Don't waste the pin.
A back elbow was on target that time. And Alex Wright sends the man back to the corner. Shoulder block. Again. Alex Wright scoop slam. Put him down.
Well, he sure did, too, and he was close to the corner right here. I think he's going for a high-risk maneuver. Yeah, there he goes up outside.
And I think he's wasting a lot of precious time here. There he goes.
Got
the
it.
big splash, got him 1, got him 2, and
Whoa.
did not get the 3 count yet.
Man, that was close.
And disappointed is Alex Wright. The youngster thought he was the U.S. champ there, but that would not be the case. Snap suplex over.
Once again now, don't make a mistake, kid. I tell you, he's been up once when you go up twice. Bad things happen sometimes. Got him again. Hook the leg, covering.
1, 2, and Conan escapes again. Tell you what, Conan, such determination.
Yeah, he's no quitting, Conan. What a great athlete he is. Got him.
Conan rolls him up. Wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Conan.
But the referee made it quick. He made a quick call, brother. Good match. Want to see this one again, I guarantee it. Another matchup for these two coming up.
WCW Saturday Night. The Great American Bash is upon us and exclusively on pay-per-view. It is going to be electrifying. The biggest man in our sport, the world champion, the Giant, and Lex Luger. Plus, 2 men you're looking at, Fire and Ice, and they're the Blue Bloods, Earl Robert and Squire Dave Taylor. Fire and Ice.
Fine as what?
And the Blue Bloods to go up in tag team action here this week. We can't wait to get to Baltimore. It is 7 o'clock Eastern Time and exclusively on pay-per-view. It's going to be one of the biggest of the year.
Well, we take a look at 2 tag teams here, Fine Ice and the Blue Blood. And that draws us into the whole picture of what the Great American Bash is all about with that situation with Mongo McMichaels and Kevin Green, 2 football players, if you will, against the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Ian Anderson. Guys are training hard. Both camps are going about it different. And I guarantee you, whoever says that McMichaels and Green won't be ready, whoa, they're going to be wrong. I guarantee you, they're going to be wrong. You see that power move?
I sure did.
Now pretend that's a sack. Pretend that's Kevin Green running at about 100 miles an hour, and you're standing there staggering around, and he just, phew, just like you did that pizza girl the other night, man.
I don't
When you
remember.
rushed it up. Oh, well, it's the same thing.
Pizza girl. On the outside, there you take a look at Scott Flash Norton. We understand at the Great American Bash, there must be a winner. And there's been some big matches. Must be a winner as Fire and Ice take on the Steiners in a big return match.
Yes, it is. And the Steiner Brothers, now they're looking at a little hey Rube, if you will. When you talk about Sting and Luger coming up this Monday on TNT Monday Night Show, 2 hours, will be hot.
Tremendous clothesline of the box. So much power in Scott Flash Norton. Smashing Earl Robert back to the corner. Into the corner he goes again. It tossed him out.
Well, they use brute strength and brute power. That's all they use. And you see right there, Duke Earl. Now, Bob White right there, reverse neck breaker. Can they put him away? Well, he's up. He's back up to his feet. Both of them. Well, I mean,
Nothing there.
Big Scott, so powerful, so big.
Well, that's a scary sight.
Yeah, he's honoring. He's honoring, too.
Seeing that big guy raise up and say, come on, hit me again.
Yeah,
back to the corner. Earl Roberts seeking refuge in the Blue Blood corner. You know, I need to say something else. Speaking of the Blue Bloods, we're going to have Sting out here a little bit later. There was a challenge made this past Monday on Nitro from Lord Steven Regal to Sting. Said some unkind, unsavory things about Sting. Oh, we do understand that they're going to have a contract signing on the main event tomorrow night at 6:05 Eastern Time with Lord Steven Regal and Sting about that match for the Great American Bash.
That's another one big at the Great American Bash. You just seen right here the pounding that the big man took and come back from one of them vicious English uppercuts, if you would call it, and just come up and nail him one more time. And Mr. Ice right here now. Put the power in the arms, power in the chest, power in the legs. Trying to tag Bob in here. They got him hung up in the wrong place.
That's exactly right. They are just trying to manhandle two of the biggest men in our sport, two of the strongest, and being very effective at it as well.
Can the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Ian Anderson manhandle? Manhandle. You haven't answered me much about the situation yet, I know.
Well, I'm not sure about it yet. And let me tell you something else that we know.
What?
Gene Okerlund alluded to it earlier.
Did he?
The ace in the hole.
Yes.
The trump card they supposed to, and Gene will have more on the hotline about it, I'm sure, tonight, is that they've been talking to Bobby the Brain Heenan to manage.
You're kidding.
No. Now
No.
we're gonna. Gene will confront Bobby Heenan on this fact tomorrow night, 6:05 on the main event.
man.
Maybe Bobby will confirm it. Maybe he'll give an answer. We're not sure.
Well, Bob is a sports. He's doing sports with a
Commentator.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I knew that. What is it? What are you talking about? You talking about Bobby the Brain Heenan? Let me tell you something about Bobby the Brain. So many guys he led to world tag team titles. So many champions he had. No matter what he like Bobby or not, he knows what he's doing. But we call, I keep saying this, snakes in the grass. If you want to really look in the grass and find the lead snake with the egg which hatched from the serpent, where the serpent sitting there is Bobby the Brain Heenan. And if that's a fact, that is mega news.
The boa constrictor.
Well, yeah, the boa constrictor. Yeah.
The biggest snake of them all.
Yeah, the python. Yeah, the anaconda.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right hand,
The
they're
teeth
going
and
in.
the jaws and the serpent. Yeah. Eggs hatching.
Amen.
Serpents coming out.
Amen.
That's big news. I might even call Gene.
We will confront Bobby the Brain Heenan tomorrow night on the main event about this fact. Is it true or is it not? They wouldn't allude to it with Arn and Ric Flair, but I'll tell you, a lot of speculation. What if the Brain isn't ringside?
Well, that's a big turn of events. A simple twist of fate right there, brother. And these guys right here going back to this situation, that is shocking news. Or good news for some people and bad news for others.
Back into the Fire and Ice corner, it is Squire David Taylor here. He is caught in no man's land with two of the strongest, and they are using their power to their advantage here in this tag team matchup. Look at that. Peeled him right out of the corner.
Tony, they just wear you down, as you said. That's all they're doing. I mean, they just plan an opponent down. Every time that there's some offense by the Blue Bloods, they come and knock your head off and clubber you a little bit and get you in a situation where you draws it and don't know what you're doing.
Where you what?
You draws it. Yeah. Go look at the cloth and get my shoulders out of there. Whoa! Did you look at that shot?
What about it? smashed Earl Robert Eaton, and he can barely make it to the corner, make a tag, but here comes Squire David Taylor. He immediately goes to the midsection.
Well, what are you going to do with him?
That's the question. What can you do with some of this?
Well, there you go.
Use the quickness.
Oh, yeah.
Full Nelson.
Well, and that's full Nelson and two big oak trees.
You're not kidding. And now Earl Robert up on the head of Ice Train. They got him wobbly. Got the big guy going, maybe down. Great double TV maneuvers here. Now the Blue Bloods.
Whoa, big splash right there.
Ice Train slash 1,
Wow,
2, 3.
Big Scott just put him out the other side, too. Big Scott knocking. Ice Train. Fine ice.
Fire and Ice. Now look ahead to the Great American Bash. A little misdirection play.
Come on, Gary, let's go, Steelers.
Outside.
Get it on. Let's get ready to go, Steiner.
His opponent from Venice Beach, California, accompanied to the ring by his tag team championship partner, the total package, Lex Luger. This is Sting!
It is really good to see Luger out here with Sting.
We've seen him in a situation that started off Saturday night. The thunderous roar. Nothing matched it till now as the man they call Sting comes out here on Saturday night. And you said it right, Luger's with him. But is he really, really with him?
Well, maybe we'll find out here. Luger and Sting and Nitro to defend the World Tag Team belts against the Steiners. And a big contract signing tomorrow night on the main event, 6:05 Eastern Time, with Bobby the Brain Heenan, me, Gene Okerlund, yourself, and of course, Lee Marshall, as Lord Steven Regal made the challenge on Nitro, and Sting is going to accept. The contract signing will be held.
Another big matchup at the Great American Bash, only on pay-per-view. Well, you see Luger right there. Got him pumped. Stinger's pumped. And as Luger told me, he said, Dream, you know, you keep talking about it. The thing is, with the World Tag Team Champions, I've known him all my life. He's my friend. Let it go. I say, okay, brother. But I guarantee you, you got to have eyes in the back of your head when Lex Luger is out there. They're going to tear this place up. These people are going crazy.
They love Sting, don't they? And the fans certainly give Sting the home court advantage, if you will.
I imagine TBS on Saturday night gives him the home field advantage. Speaking of home field advantage, Mac Michaels and Kevin Green know a lot about home field and about playing together as teams. Organizing, getting it ready, been training hard. Iron and Flair, they've been doing cocktails and champagne, brother. Whoa!
It's Johnny Grunge.
Yes, it is. New attire here for Public Enemy.
How about it? Johnny Grunge trying to get the quick start on the Stinger. One half of the World Tag Team Champ sends him in, shoulder block takedown. Grunge hits hard. Keep your eye on Luger and Flyboy Rocco on the outside dropkick.
I imagine the Steiners are watching this thing too. I imagine that. He's cutting right in the chops. They're trying to regroup outside now. Call it some type of timeout. There ain't no timeout.
Uh-oh. Luger getting in the face of Rocco Rock, making sure he's staying on the outside. I know you don't trust Lex Luger, Dream, but I don't know. I really think that what happened at Slamboree was inadvertent. I think he just came to the aid of his partner against the Steiners the other night, and I really think when he went through the table, that showed me that even though that some travel conflicts had prevented him from going against the Giant, that Luger was a man of his word.
It showed me that the Giant and Luger had a problem. And that's what's great about America. That's what is great about the American dream, is being able to have your own opinions. Everybody's got one. And I will say that yours is yours and mine is mine, but I still say you gotta have eyes in the back of your head as far as I'm concerned. Right here, Sting on the outside, getting ragtagged right now. Referee turned around, Luger on the other side. Not really in a big hurry to get over here.
You know, we talked earlier about WCW coming to Hartford, Connecticut, Philadelphia, and New York City on Friday, June 28th, Saturday, June 29th, and Sunday, June 30th. The Public Enemy will be making their return home to Philadelphia in a big street fight against the Nasty Boys.
Wow, boy.
At the Philadelphia Civic Center. That should be exciting.
Oh!
Sting Great leg strength that'll leap right over the man, but Johnny Grimes with that heavy right hand of his and doing a dance. Imagine that.
Oh, got him.
May have cost him. It's 2, and he gets out of it.
Well, that's not paying attention to what you're doing. That's layman terms again. You got to watch what you do. Oh, yeah. Now Sting doing the dance, but never taking his eyes off of him. That's the bottom line. Watch your opponent. Be focused. Nobody is as focused as the Stinger. Luger and the Giant going to match it up at the Great American Bash. Stinger getting ready to sign a contract with the Lordship, your Lord Steven Regal. Big match tonight. Monday Nitro, WCW TNT, coming live, 2 hours. Hot. Steiners, Sting and Luger. My friends, this is the place to be where the big boys play.
Well, I'm Dragon Twist now as Johnny Grunch. This is the place to be, and the place you want to be coming up at the Great American Bash is Baltimore, or you want to be at your television set only on pay-per-view. Look at the face of Sting, would you? You talking about perseverance and intensity, desire, all the attributes it takes not only to be a great wrestler, but to be a great person and a great athlete. Sting has them all.
I've seen him come back from dire straits, brother. Whoa! There you go. Cranked one on him, big elbow drop. Caught him right there. Caught him again. 2 times. Caught him for the 3rd time. Got him rocking and rolling.
1, in the ropes. In the ropes.
That saved him right there. Oh, now that stopped that. That stopped that nonsense right there. As far as they can turn. That's all they can turn. You
Whatever you
I
want
told
to
where to live.
I've never noticed it.
Hey,
And
ref.
You see Rocco Rock.
Well, Luger spent a lot of time with the referee right there.
Wait a minute. Luger giving chase here.
Well, damage is done.
Well, you're right. Damage done, and Luger didn't make a save there at all. Well, you, as you said, Dream, draw your own opinion to what's going on there.
And you're entitled to it, brother.
That's right.
Got the ropes. We
Thank you.
said that together.
We sure did.
I should have said that. I stepped on your toe. But I was so excited because he had the rope. I thought he was going to beat him right there. He had the rope. We sound like the Andrews sisters. He got the rope. Sing one, darling.
We sound nothing like the Andrews sisters.
Well, I mean,
Not even in our best day.
we sung some at night late, brother.
Watch out, Sting mounting another comeback here.
Well,
And look at Flyboy on the outside, getting the blows in. Luger once again, a little bit too late.
yeah, look. Well, like I say, you find me on opinion. Yeah. Well, do a warning here, Sting. The damage is done. Flyboy about bit his leg off, and then Luger came around.
In the midsection, good shoulder blocks. The Great American Bash. Almost here. We got a fight on the outside. Luger.
There we go.
Lex Luger.
Oh!
Into the ring post.
Luger got thrown into the ring post.
And it was Luger who hit the ring post that time. And now the double team. Enabling with Luger down, enabling this double team. We might get a DQ now.
Roll him up.
Roll him up in a 1-2. Did he get him right?
I don't know. I think he got two. No, 2 fingers up.
2 count only.
Sting fighting both men. Luger down on 1 knee.
Rocco Rock made the save. It was a 2 count. And now Sting with a Stinger Splash.
Yes.
He drops hard. 1, 2 count.
Brother, they went for the drive-by, and it didn't
1,
work.
2, 3. He picks it up and gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is Sting!
He actually beat both men. And look at Luger in there jumping around. Man, I'll tell you. Look at that. Uh-oh.
It's basic fundamentals here. Never give up. There they are, the World Tag Team Champion Sting and the total package Lex Luger.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team match is set for 1 fall, introducing team number 1 from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Scott Morton. From Atlanta, Georgia, Ice Train. The team of Fire, Dice.
I tell you, Dream, they get a tremendous response in the opening bout. We're going to get a little taste here in the opening bout of this 2-hour distance Saturday night of what the Great American Bash is going to be about, because we've got Fire and Ice against the Steiners. Our opening bout, and next Sunday they will fight where there must be a winner. They fought before and there hasn't been a winner.
I'll tell you this past Monday night, so now Fire Eyes got to deal with the hottest team out there in WCW, the Steiner Brothers.
Your opponents from Detroit, Michigan, Rick and Scott, the Steiner Brothers.
You know, Rick Steiner felt the wrath of the Giant. As a matter of fact, in WCW, who hasn't?
There's nobody that escaped the Giant, and he has proved what can all prove to me. I don't know if anybody can beat it, but right here, what a matchup to start WCW Saturday Night. Pure power on the side of Fire and Ice, and meanness there with the meanest dog in the pound. We're talking about Rick Steiner, and Scott Steiner, I think, possesses all the skills to be one of the greatest athletes ever to step foot inside the square circle.
Rick and Scott Steiner and Fire and Ice in this opening bout here on Saturday night. We have with us in this program Lord Steven Regal. We'll also have Arn Anderson, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Bobby the Brain Heenan is here this week, as well as Miss Elizabeth and Woman, plus Lex Luger, Sting, and a man who now calls himself John Tenta. Not Shark, not Avalanche, but John Tenta.
A big John Tenta, if you will. Fire him off right down, good tackle, going down for the pin, quick.
Not a bad idea that time by Ice Train. The purpose is to win the match. He tried to get a quick win off Scott Steiner. And that Beal maneuver. And again, down this time goes Scott Norton.
Oh! Well, I tell you what, they're taking the playbook out of Fire and Ice. We talked about the power at the get-go right off the bat here, and the power of Fire and Ice turned around now by two powerful men, the Steiners, former World Tag Team Champions. Yeah, Bobby the Brain, I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, crazed dog look in his eyes. Mongo McMichael, they did the right thing, I'll tell you, when they went and said, let's get somebody to kind of get this thing together.
There's a pickup, the power of Scott Flash Norton. There you go. Want to have a Fire and Ice, and you know, the thing about the Steiners, they will not back down, and they see this tag team match coming up against Fire and Ice as one of their most important ever, because if they can win at the Great American Bash, they feel they would be in line for a title shot with Lex Luger and Sting for the World Tag Team title again. And what a high impact match they had this past Monday. They slot over the top.
Well, they got to get through the first steps first. This is the first step of what you're talking about. The World Tag Team title picture is just up for grabs as far as I'm concerned with Luger in that situation with the Giant, the Stinger, lost Steven Regal, the Great American Bash, and right here up the top, high-risk maneuver, caught him. Barely grazed him over the top, got him a little bit. He's already growled it when he hit it from the top.
He sure is.
Growled it. What I said.
You said grousey.
Well, that's
You
the
can
same
go hunting
thing.
for grousies.
Yeah, yes.
And a power slam that time, or just a scoop slam. And here comes Scott Steiner, landed on his feet, but that time landed on the back of his noggin. Oh my, what a close line it was. And what an event Nitro was. We talked about it. We'll be in Wheeling, West Virginia. Coming up this coming Monday, live for 2 hours at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Fire and Ice looking good now.
Well, a good tag right there, tag getting out. They use their power now. Let's see if they're able to put one of the Steiners away, and that's what it's all about. Put them away, get the upper hand, get a foot up on what's going on in the Great American Bash. Nitro coming up this Monday night live, 2 hours, like you just said. But right now, pounding fist ahead, brother.
In the corner, Scott Steiner runs into a clothesline, and he was belted that time. Ice Train is probably the youngest of this crew as far as experience is concerned, but he's looking like a veteran in there right now, Dream.
Well, he's learned his path real well. They got together. They have full control right here, belly to belly. Got him covered. Got him hooked.
Scott Steiner escapes again. Looking over to his partner. There's the big Ice Train splash. 1-2. Rick Steiner saw that one coming. He makes the save for his brother Scott.
Well, as I said, the baddest dog in the pound come in there right now. Scott Steiner needs to get a situation where he gets through his legs or something and gets over and makes a tag to the fresh Steiner, if you will. There you go. Foot in the face. Make a tag here. Well, he's not through with him.
Up and down he goes with a belly-to-belly, a cover. It's Scott Norton making a save. And that's what's been happening in these matches. Now remember, at the Great American Bash next Sunday, there must be a winner between these two teams. They're going to try to get one right here. Another waist lock takeover. 1, 2, another save.
Well,
Rick Steiner is in. And now we've got a Donnybrook going once again between these four men.
Well, I tell you what. Donnybrook is the name of the game right here. They are all going at it outside. You see them a rumbling and a bumbling. Boom! Wow, now you're going. Watch out. Nothing's safe here.
Scott Steiner goes tumbling through. And we've got all four men on the outside. Rick Steiner battling with Scott Norton. A gouge to the eye. Cut first to the safety rail. Randy Anderson's almost at 10. He's at 8. He's at 9.
Yeah.
There's your bell.
called it
Let's
off.
throw this one out again.
Yeah, he called it off. That's all it could be. This fight broke loose.
Ladies and gentlemen, both teams counted out in this
Yeah,
match.
I guarantee
This
you.
match is a double count out.
We look forward to some tremendous action the remainder of this weekend. Coming up Monday live on WCW Monday Nitro, the debut in the ring on TNT of the Desperado Joe Gomez. In addition, tomorrow night on the main event at 6:05 Eastern Time, the debut of the opponent for Conan, U.S. Heavyweight Champion at the Great American Bash, the Macho Man El Gato. So we have some great action still to come this week and this weekend as young Billy Kidman makes his way to the ring. Here's a young man who's quite a sensation. Not the biggest guy in the world, but maybe one of the quickest we've ever seen, Drew.
Well, he is so quick and possesses a lot of skills, and that's true, but he's going to be in there, I guarantee you, with a man that knows so much about mat wrestling, Steven Regal, who slapped Stinger at a recent signing. That thing is the Great American Bash on pay-per-view coming up, but the whole world, Tony, is talking about our colleague. When you talk about Bobby the Brain Heenan, what he did, talk about the All-Madden team, what a great manager he was, like him or not. Bottom line, though, now guiding the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Iron Anderson. But to counteract that, they come right back. I'm talking about Mongo McMichael and Kevin Green and the Macho Man, the Crave Dog. Look in his eyes. It will be a blockbuster pay-per-view.
I want to clarify something as Lord Steven Regal, look, he's showing the fans what he did to Stinger, and there you see the stars and stripes. Lord Steven Regal on the main event last Sunday, slapped Sting right in the face. I mean, caught him with a good one, and Sting is irate about it. We'll be hearing from Sting later on in this television program.
Now, Steven Regal always looks like he swallowed a prune.
Yeah, I know.
Always got a prune look on him.
A prune look on him.
Yeah, it's all like sour. And there's cheese out there with chives. I mean, but I tell you what, he made a statement and he said, hey, they're forgetting me. And I got to make a statement here when he slapped the Stinger, what I call a franchise brother. And wow, that thing, like you say, you want to talk to Sting. It's electric. Yes, you did. Did you see her come by here? Yeah, you did. You were walking. Did you see her?
Get back with the program here. Now, I tell you,
What? What
we're
are
gonna-
you? Who dare crack whip with the American Dream?
I'm probably the only one, actually. Okay, it's Lord Steven Regal. I want to talk for a moment about the Macho Man Randy Savage. The Macho Man Randy Savage
Yes.
has been barred from wrestling on television. However, he is able to come to the Baltimore Arena as the coach, as the advisor to Steve Mongo McMichael and Kevin Green. As a matter of fact, I've been told by head of security Doug Dillinger, look at this.
Got him.
Down 1, 2. Billy Kidman almost got a quick win.
Well, that
But the
would've been-
Macho Man tried to get in here tonight to wrestle, but they will not allow him to wrestle on TV.
Well, Doug has spent the last few months keeping him out of the arena right here. Oh, yeah.
Kidman showing his superiority as far as quickness is concerned.
Yeah, but
Regal's showing his superiority as ring savvy is concerned.
Yeah, he got ruffled just enough, but I tell you, Kidman really took it to him. Some fine moves right there. Double underarm hook right over here to the suplex. Turned him on now.
1, 2, 3, beat him.
Wow.
Well, Regal just ran right over him.
Well, he knew he had to. He was getting ready to get beat.
Who can stop the Giant? And that's the question. The answer so far has been no one. Ask Scott Norton, ask Ice Train, ask everyone, ask Rick Steiner. He laid a path of chokes land through everyone this past Monday on Nitro. He has Scott Norton coming up live, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 hours of WCW Monday Nitro. Without a doubt, setting the standard once again this past Monday and proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that the #1 place wrestling fans want to be each and every Monday is TNT. No question about it. And the place that fans want to be each and every weekend is WCW Saturday Night. It's been that way for well over 22 years now.
Right here on the mothership, you know, go all the way back to Hulkamania when the Giant really started erupted on the scene, claiming his legacy, if you will, that he said. Now, I'll tell you something about Lex Luger. He has the tools and the mentality to do something to the Giant. Whether it will happen or not remains to be seen. I still pose the question to you, can anybody stop the Giant? I don't think so.
Luger knows what it's like. Will he be gun-shy? Remember the last time he faced the Giant, it was on Nitro. And this double champion, as you can see, the TV champ, one half of the tag team champ, choke slam through a table. Number one, will he be gun-shy? And I have another question coming up with the Great American Bash, and it's one that fans want to know. Luger is so strong, so powerful, has a lot of leg strength, upper body strength. Can he get the man at over 464 pounds on his back for the torture rack? If he does, I think Luger can get the insurmountable. He can win the world title.
That statement in itself is worth the price of the pay-per-view. If he wrecks him and you see it, you see history made on your television. You see history made by the total package Lex Luger. Now let's go back to Saturday night right here on the mothership. Now the Squire is a different type of athlete. Luger strong, preparing for the Giant. Now meets the Squire. Will he lose one of his most coveted pieces, the gold that he wears around his waist representing the world's television champion? We're going to see right here tonight.
Thanks to Mean Gene Oakland, the locker room area with Bobby the Brain Heenan, Miss Elizabeth, woman.
They having a party now. I'm talking about Bobby the Brain. Let's see after Father's Day.
As we are coming to you right now, we have told you the Macho Man Randy Savage was physically restrained from coming into the arena here because he said, I'm getting in, I'm going to the ring, and I'm going to wrestle. Doug Dillinger said, no, you're not, and he's been on the outside.
When I got here, man, everybody know how I feel about the Macho Man Randy said. When I got here, he was out there behind a trash can, man, and he said, throw me the keys to your truck. I said, Macho, you're not supposed to be here. What you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna ram the door with your truck. I said, you don't ram the door with my truck. And Doug Dillinger intervened in that thing right there, trying to get in this building. You're right.
It is so explosive with the Macho Man Randy Savage, and we certainly anticipate unexpected occurrences, to say the least, coming up next Sunday from the Inner Harbor area in one of the greatest cities in the world, Baltimore, Maryland. A good look at Squire David Taylor, the former British heavyweight champion, the man who certainly could come right in here and take this TV title belt away from him. Look at, talk about the leg strength.
Yeah.
Showing a little clip of that right there.
That's what he's going to need if he's going to get the Giant up in the rack. He's going to need that leg strength. I'm going to tell you, sleeper match right now.
Sleeper match,
Great American match. I'm telling you, sleeper match, show stealer. I'm talking cruiserweight title. You don't want to miss that silver ring with this young man coming into WCW to face Dean Malenko.
Rey Mysterio Jr., the masked man from Mexico. We've seen little bits of him throughout the program here, and we will on WCW main event tomorrow night. Rey Mysterio Jr. is one of the true high-flying sensations in the world. And, of course, we know about Malenko. He's the type of man that wants to keep it on the mat. If he can, he'll retain that cruiserweight title.
I'll tell you what, now Squire really getting after him. You know, the Squire got a casket hand at the Great American Bash. We're talking about a Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and the Squire is going to be there with Cheese at his side. Will also be at the Great American. Everybody that's anybody in the sport of professional wrestling at WCW with a big boy. Hey, that's that girl. That's that one that was looking at you. You get a head. Did you see the headshot of her?
No, they all look at me, Dream. I just don't pay attention now.
You let
Luger is the chance for the fans here. And Chad blocked him.
Yeah, you know what? I just got a call from the throne, and the throne told me this Monday we're going to see that situation with the Squire and Hacksaw Jim Duggan on Nitro.
Two. Got a 2 count.
And the throne people at home say, buddy, when the throne was in the bathroom. No, from the truck. I got a call from the truck. I got a hotline call right here on there.
They set you straight. That's what it was, right?
I'm crazy.
Okay, you sure are. Speaking of crazy, fans, listen to this one. After Ric Flair trying to get back to his limousine, we understand, but as he arrived, now handed this note from Doug Dillinger, the Macho Man has taken a brick and thrown it through the side of the window of Ric Flair's limousine. Here tonight, outside.
I told you about the truck. I told you about that. He's throwing bricks like Ernest T. Bass. Remember Ernest T. Bass? It's me, it's Ernest T. I come to climb you like a tree. And the Macho Man is a crazed dog.
Oh, my goodness. Keep him outside. He has gone berserk again.
Yeah, Luger's starting to fire with you on the Squire right here. Because the Squire ruffled him up, as you said. Got his dandruff up.
Reversal and in this time, big Luger power slam. Oh my! Usually he follows it up with a torture rack, but Luger kind of wobbly.
Yeah, because the squad took it to him at the onslaught of this situation on Saturday night.
Can he get it
out? Wreck him! Gonna wreck him!
He did! He's in the rack! There's no escape from the rack! Will the Giant get there? We'll find out next Sunday. Luger wins again. The bell sounds, hands some jewelry to Randy Anderson. There he is, the Battle Bowl champion, the man who is on a roll as hot as they come in WCW.
Kiss that bow to him.
And Diamond Dallas bows to him.
Yeah, now they want to shake hands.
Dallas wants to shake hands. Wait a minute.
Good job. Good luck.
Yeah, how about that? That's right. What a lowlife.
Yes, he is.
He gets a polite bow from this great Japanese wrestler, Kurosawa, and then tries to get the cheap shot in on him. Kurosawa sends Diamond Dallas in. Dallas gets the advantage that time. Catches the foot.
You got to spin him around, get him in a position right here. Well, it backfired on him. I tell you what, say what you want. Me and you both got our feelings about Diamond Dallas Page, but I guarantee you, he is on one of the biggest roles I have ever seen at WCW, where the big boys play. Putting the ring up against Marcus too. How about that?
Diamond Dallas getting moved by Kurosawa. Kurosawa has steam. Out goes Diamond Dallas to the floor.
Pancake him right outside.
That foot hit the floor again, just like it did at Slamboree.
That cost him the title shot. Me and you both say, Diamond Dallas Page, we like to see that thing with the Giant right here. Kurosawa going outside, but the foot cost him what we all know was the big shot. Luger's got it now, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours of WCW Monday Night Shows from Wheeling, West Virginia. Also want to say a very special hello, there's a double axe handle blow, to our great fans in Hartford, Connecticut, because on Friday the 28th of this month, the Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut, World Championship Wrestling returns. On Saturday, June 29th, we'll be in Philadelphia and the Civic Center, and on Sunday the 30th at 3 p.m., the theater at Madison Square Garden. Here's a lateral press after a crucifix drop and a 2 count. World Championship Wrestling coming back to the Big Apple, 3 p.m., Sunday the 30th of June.
Well, that was a nice crucifix drop, as you said, and he got it going right there. Missed that shot. One right to the gut. Oh, Diamond Cutter!
How about the nosedive Kurosawa did?
Diamond Cutter! He might have a big one here, baby.
Lateral press, hooking a far leg, and Diamond Dallas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following feature contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from the Dungeon of Doom, the Laughing Man, Hugh Morris.
Undeniably one of the most bizarre but one of the most effective wrestlers in our sport is the Laughing Man, Hugh Morris of the Dungeon of Doom. And he really, as the old cliche goes, has his work cut out for him here against Sting in our feature bout. Fans, I want to remind you, this is just kicking off our great weekend. We have an hour of the main event tomorrow night, 6:05 Eastern Time. Point blank, some questions will be brought up to Bobby the Brain Heenan. Plus, 2 hours of WCW Monday Nitro, 8 o'clock Eastern Time at the Civic Center in Wheeling, West Virginia. Maybe our fans around the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area will make our way down to see that one. And we look forward to seeing you on TNT. Get ready to rock the joint.
His opponent from Venice Beach, California, the holder of the WCW World Television Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sting!
They literally explode when Sting comes to the door.
I'll tell you what, it is on fire right here with a big boy play. You never know what you're going to expect. You never know what's going to happen. I have received word when I got up here during the break, when I come back, I got some hot news. Lord Steven Regal and Billy Kidman, who had a match earlier tonight. Regal says that Billy Kidman jumped him. He got WCW officials almost by the throat, and he said, I want him again. I want him at Nitro this Monday night, and I want to make a visual aid, if you will, so Sting can just see what's going, because I don't feel I gave it the shot. I should have destroyed Billy Kidman. Billy Kidman walked up, almost slapped him, said, let's do it. Official said, Monday Nitro, live, 2 hours, TNT, another match signed. Billy Kidman against Lord Steven Regal. How about that news off the hotline?
The last time Sting saw open hand, it was the back of the one from Lord Steven Regal last Sunday on the main event. but I've never seen anyone try to humiliate Sting in such a manner. And Sting will be the first to tell you that he's had injuries, things have happened, but he's never been humiliated like that before. And I tell you, when he slapped Sting, he slapped America.
Yeah, good point. Really good shot there. Very nice. And that's the bottom line on it. Not a lot more to be said until the Great American Bash. We just heard that news about Billy Kidman lost Steven Regal. But I tell you something about Sting, he will not be intimidated by anybody. We talk about the Laughing Man, so much power, so much speed. But this crowd right here, you talk about home field advantage, wherever Sting goes, he has it, my friend. No matter how he gets beat down. And right now, he's getting a big slam here from the Laughing Man.
Big slam by Hugh Morris, a very powerful man is Hugh Morris. You're talking about Sting in the Great American Bash. Oh, there's the knee. Actually, the bottom of the foot. You're talking about Sting at the Great American Bash. Let's take you back to 1990. Same arena, Baltimore.
Yes.
July 7th, 1990.
Going with
Sting
it.
battles all odds. Blew out knee. Remember that?
Yes,
Months
sir.
ago, blew out his knee.
Yes, sir.
6 months later, King and Flair world title. Sting becomes heavyweight champion of the world for the first time in his career.
Well, I tell you, he's got his hands full right now with the Laughing Man, Mr. Hugh Morris, if you will. Wow. That's what I go back and say about guys on Saturday night. When guys have got their thoughts other places, you have to concentrate on the men, because every one of these guys that marches out here with the big boys play, the Laughing Man included, they are there for a victory. And when Sting is thinking about Lord Steven Regal and the slap, I guarantee you these people won't let him forget, won't let him not take it to the Laughing Man. And I guarantee Laughing Man right now is on the good end of the stick. Boy, a lot of power. Look at the power there. Got his face mushed up.
I'll tell you, not only is he very powerful, but the Laughing Man, Hugh Morris, very agile. Has a moonsault that is very, very effective as you take a good look at the close-up of Sting, one of the true champions in our sport, a man who returns to Baltimore against Lord Steven Regal, and this time it's personal. And for our great wrestling fans, call right now. Don't be locked out. You can make it a Father's Day present, maybe get Mom to order for you and watch it with Dad. It's the Great American Bash next Sunday. Only on pay-per-view. From Baltimore, 7 o'clock Eastern time, of course, next Sunday, 6:05 Eastern, live, the main event. Baltimore Arena as well.
Steve tried to retaliate right there, and the Laughing Man cut him off. I tell you, it's another situation when your mind's someplace else, not only dealing with the Luger situation. Oh, no, baby.
Not laughing today, is it?
No.
He's very determined, as Hugh Morris. I told you,
Get him.
don't get him mad. Don't try to show him up. Don't try to humiliate Sting, and look what happens. You get stung.
I like it. I like it.
To the midsection, Sting with a flurry. Oh, boy, did he go down. How about that by Hugh Morris?
Up over the top. Leapfrog.
Yeah, leg strength, Sting. Hugh Morris takes the low road.
Took a powder. Gonna get a break. Take a deep breath. Deep seat in the far-away look right there, brother. WCW Saturday Night. The mothership where the big boys play. What a weekend we got going into Monday night. 2 hours live, if you will. We'll be up there in West Virginia.
Wheeling, West Virginia, right up in that neck.
Why do you look at me with your mouth like weaving, like I didn't know what weaving, like weaving? I said West Virginia. You look at me like I done something wrong. Wheeling. I know it's wheeling.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Our fans, tickets to the box office there and all Ticketmaster locations. And of course, our fans tomorrow night will be in Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Cambria County War Memorial. And a great event now underway up in Youngstown, Ohio.
Texas Street right here. You know, I tell you what, a lot of people, Steve possesses a lot of power that people might not think he has when he sees a guy like this. You must, there he is right there. You talk about the power, not only of Hugh Morris, but the power of the fans behind Sting can drive a man to be champion. I know, I'm living proof. The fans can make you do things that sometimes you are not, don't even have the ability to do. And that's what WCW with the big boys play is all about.
Sting trying to battle out of this knuckle lock here.
What? Knuckle lock.
Knuckle lock.
This is not a mafia knuckle lock, is it?
Not yet. To the midsection. Hugh Morris.
Got him back down to use that old foot for an equalizer.
Randy Anderson, senior referee involved in this one. And Sting trying to battle back. I'll tell you, Hugh Morris has the grip on, doesn't he?
Yeah, you talk about Randy Anderson. Not enough is said about the great referees of WCW. The finest where the big boys play, where the big refs play, if you will. Nick Patrick, Mr. Anderson, I guarantee you, these guys, they have their work cut out for them each and every night. There you go. Came back.
Backhand chop, forward chop,
Whoa.
rake to the eyes into that one.
Yeah, cut him off. You Mars looking good here, I'm telling you.
Sending Sting in. Here comes Hugh. There he goes.
Just out of the mouth of Babe, just as I said that, Sting is round.
He is
Yeah,
really
you know what I
riled.
mean? He is really riled up.
Watch out, Stinger splash. On the posterior. There he goes again. Hugh Morris wheels around. He goes again. The Stinger splash.
Stagger's out there now. Stinger going for the Scorpion Deathlock. Going to hook it in, brother. Yes. This is the maker of dreams. We are talking about the Stinger. Hook it down, baby.
Lord Steven Regal, watch this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Rey Mysterio! Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from the financial district in New York City, BK Wall Street.
What a way to open up this 2-hour program, the eve of the Great American Bash with BK Wall Street, one of the great mat wrestlers in World Championship Wrestling. In this program, the Steiner Brothers against Harlem Heat, Fire Knights against the brand new tag team of High Voltage. Brad Armstrong and Arn Anderson will go at it, and yes, the Barbarian and Lex Luger for the World TV title. Plus, I understand, in a handicap match, the Giant will take on more than one, more than two, possibly four men later on here on TBS. Back to Dave Penzer we go.
His opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, and representing the American males, Marcus Bagwell.
One half of the American males dream they love Mark Bagwell, don't they?
I'll tell you what, Marcus Alexander Bagwell has got a date at the Great American Bash only on pay-per-view tomorrow night in Baltimore, Maryland, when he faces the King of the Ring, if you will. You know what I'm talking about? The Lord of the Ring, the man that won Battle Bowl, putting that ring up, one Diamond Dallas Page. Tony, going back to the opening, so much is happening at WCW where the big boys play. I got feelings about a lot of things, but let me tell you something about Deborah McMichael. I guarantee you that Steve McMichael did not know that was going on, and the way they ran roughshod over her might come back to haunt him at the Great American Bash.
Well, like we said, we will hear from Steve Mongo McMichael and Deborah McMichael. As a matter of fact, they are here tonight, and they will be discussing what transpired and what is going to happen tomorrow night at the Great American Bash. Now, don't forget, 7 o'clock Eastern Time is the opening of the Great American Bash. It is only on pay-per-view. Be sure to join us on the main event, 6:05 Eastern Time, as the main event comes your way live from the Baltimore Arena. A little pregame kickoff program, if you will, of the Great American Bash. Well, Mark Bagwell, who has been World Tag Team Champion on more than one occasion, will now try it in singles competition here, and his chance to win the ring that Diamond Dallas won as the Battle Bowl champion back at Slamboree.
Well, this is a good test for him right here, because one thing about BK Wall Street is he is so astute, if you will, at mat wrestling. Now, Bagwell lately has been with his partner, Scotty Riggs. They've been very successful, and I guarantee you he's got to change his whole focus and game plan, or he will get caught by Diamond Dallas Page, and he might get caught right here on the mothership on Saturday night by BK Wall Street.
BK Wall Street. As you look at our tremendous crowd, as always, capacity crowd on hand. We expect a tremendous crowd in Baltimore at the arena tomorrow night. If you haven't made your ticket plans, tickets are available at the box office, Ticketmaster, including Hex. But of course, we'll have millions of fans. Oh, good hip toss out of the far side ropes. Millions of fans join us on pay-per-view all around the country as the summertime is well underway. And the summertime means the Great American Bash. A little series of drop kicks, would you?
Yeah, he got up real good. Got control of this match right here. You got to be able right now. Tensions are running so high at WCW where the big boys play, if you will, are running so high right now. Everybody's geared up for this thing. The crazed dog attitude of the Macho Man Randy Savage, coaching McMichael, coaching Kevin Green, and the smoothness, the champagne and caviar of Bobby the Brain Henning, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, woman Elizabeth. What an event! What a weekend! I guarantee you, it's getting ready to explode. Combustion.
Speaking of the Macho Man Randy Savage, I do have some information concerning his reinstatement. And fans, stay tuned for that. We will pass along that information about the Macho Man. When will he be able to wrestle on television again? We will let you know in this broadcast.
And it's big news too, fans, I guarantee you.
On the arm goes Mark Bagwell.
Yeah, Marcus is focused in real good. Got a nice game plan here against VK Wall Street. VK Wall Street, not flashy. All he does is win, and he wins against big guys and big players. Marcus Alexander Bagwell is a player. So right here, the importance of this Saturday night leading into the Dallas Page confrontation is very, very looming in the eyes of Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Nobody home on that one. Good quickness exhibited that time by Wall Street. He hit the turnbuckle, and he comes off hard that time. Here's a lateral press. 1, 2, no. Great American Bash headlined by Lex Luger and the Giant. Of course, will Lex Luger survive the Giant and the choke slam? You know the Giant's going to be out for a choke slam. But based on what happened this past Monday in Nitro, we have a very angry, irate Giant at one man, Lex Luger.
Yeah, everybody's angry, but the real key to that confrontation, and a great one it's going to be, is if Lex Luger can rack the Giant. We know the Giant can choke slam Lex Luger about anybody else he puts his mind on doing. But Luger's got to get him in a position to where he's down and can choke slam him. Right here, VK Wall Street taking this opportunity now, making his bash right here on Saturday night.
Head first. Many times, Wall Street firing back, the blocked. Combination blows. Bagwell will shoot him. No, he will not. Good reversal done that time. Clothesline. Make it 2. Bagwell getting a second win here. You're right. Got to cover him.
Yeah, got him down in a position there. Got to go ahead and cover him. Get that weight on top of him. Let him feel you there. Oh, then you get in a situation like this.
Stock market crash. Stock market crash got him.
That's it, baby.
But once again, no cover here. Look at this, Dream.
Well, BK now just strutting a little bit. And I'll tell you what, you never let a guy up that you got down. This might come back to haunt VK Wall Street unless he's trying to hurt him. Got him rolled up.
Trying to try 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Marcus Bagwell.
Marcus Bagwell gets a win there. Scotty Riggs, the other half of the American males. The Steiner Brothers, Scott, Rick, legendary tag team wrestlers. And yes, this is a big match coming up for them. One of the biggest of their career, because it's a team that, and they've been able to overcome all obstacles, Dream. But Fire and Ice, Scott Norton and Ice Train really match up with them quite well.
Yeah, they do. They match up power-wise, speed-wise. Well, and bottom line, too, is that there's nothing settled between these guys. We've seen them go at it. So in that situation, the Great American Bash, there's got to be a winner. And that thing really will open up a lot of eyes to see who is the better team. But let me tell you something. Harlem Heat, former World Tag Team Champion, numerous occasions, are standing right here on the mothership tonight to face the Steiner Brothers. And one other comment about many we will make about the Great American Bash, because I was handing a note about this situation here, is the Taskmaster and Chris Benoit, my friend. They're going to get it on Falls Anywhere.
All right. It's really time for some tremendous tag team action here in WCW Saturday Night. Steiner's an immensely popular team. And you think about their popularity. Scott has always been a determined, fierce, intense individual. Rick has always been a little bit different. I think the fans really appreciate, though, even though maybe they can't really identify with either one of these men as individuals, they appreciate their ability as a tag team. No nonsense. They'll run right through you. They got a great amateur background, but they're as tough as they come in our sport.
Yeah, they are. And they're in there with, like I said, 2 of the toughest. When I talk in Harlem Heat, going back to that statement I made right before that introduction, I got to finish that thing up, is that the Taskmaster went on record as saying, he has said, I want to destroy Hulkamania. That's why he needs the allies of Iron Anderson, Nature Boy Ric Flair. But this thing not going to transpire in the ring. You know what I'm talking about, Tony, when we talk about falls anywhere. So you look for that matchup, as well as the others, to be an explosive situation, Great American Bash, as this one is right here.
All right, before the match gets well underway, we have some comments from Fire and Ice. Men we're going to see a little bit later on. Let's listen to Scott Norton and Ice Train.
The Steiners been running around out here saying that Fire and Ice are a stepping stone to the World Tag Team titles. Well, let me tell you something. Don't look past Fire and Ice, because it's going to hurt tomorrow night in Baltimore. Feel the chill, baby, when the fire and the ice, because we coming, baby. The Great American Bash, baby. Hot dogs, barbecue, and hooking it up, baby. Yeah!
Fire and Ice and the Steiner Brothers. Look at the power of Scott Steiner, will you?
I tell you what, the Steiner Brothers really started this thing off really quick. Scott Steiner really moving fast in there. But I guarantee the Harlem Heat won't take no for an answer. They right back on top of that situation. Big reversal, got him in, bear hug. Watch for the belly to belly.
Top belly to belly, Scott Steiner, ladder up, press it two. High impact wrestling, that's what we're seeing here. That's what we're gonna see at the Great American Bash. Now, as you've been saying, Dream, the Steiners looking forward to the match coming up against Fire and Ice. But if they look past Harlem Heat, then when they go into the Great American Bash, it's going to be a little bit different for them.
Oh, yeah, here we go. The baddest dog in the pound. There he is. Whoa, they are slugging it out, baby. You talk about intensity. We got it right here on Saturday night. Beat him down.
How about that? Not many people have been able to do that with a fresh Rick Steiner in there. Scissor kick right to the face, and you look at Stevie Ray, one of the biggest and baddest and most successful tag team wrestlers of all time.
Boy, they are dealing on him right now, too.
Down goes Rick Steiner.
And he landed right on his noggin. You know that? He hit directly on his head, right on his noggin.
I want to say hello to our great fans in Richmond, Virginia, the state capital. We're going to be at the Coliseum. Watch out here. Rolling it back. We're going to be at the Richmond Coliseum for WCW Monday Nitro, 2 hours live. Coming up this Monday. Of course, take the air at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Lateral press and a 1 count only. So we look forward to being in the Richmond Coliseum for that big event. We'll be talking later in this telecast about that tremendous card live on WCW Monday Nitro. Here's a double team, and to be successful against the Steiners, you got to be able to do this.
Yeah, you got to be able to cut them off and keep them over in your turf, if you know what I'm talking about. Keep them over there in Harlem. Keep them over there where you can do damage to them. Boy, he brushed him good right there. Caught him across the eyes, and you can see now where Scotty's stationary. He's stationed over there in Harlem, if you will. And now the Heat are turning it up a notch.
Knee in the abdomen, and here we go. Booker T right in at you. Scott Steiner got the foot up. Scott Steiner brings him down. The Steiner Brothers return to Baltimore at the Great American Bash. It will be tomorrow night.
Oh. Boy, like it or not, that was great teamwork right there by the Harlem Heat. Boy, they are turning it up here. You got to know, though, both these teams have held the gold, the World Tag Team titles. Now then, so much what-ifs are transpiring. Speaking of the World Tag Team Champions, Lex Luger's opportunity and greatness, if you will, going for the World's Heavyweight title against the Giant. Can he rack the Giant? The Stinger lost Steven Regal. The list goes on and on as we head towards the Great American Bash tomorrow night in Baltimore, Maryland, only on pay-per-view.
Scoop up, side salto. Nicely done, and I tell you, it's been Harlem Heat here. Booker T and Stevie Ray making a major statement here on Saturday night. And Scott Steiner moving out of the way.
Got to make a tag, got to make it quick, too.
Scott pulling on the ropes, dragging himself and making the tag.
There you go.
Rick Steiner coming in with fist of fire. In he goes. Down he goes. 1, 2. Cut off that time by Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray made the save right there. That brings them all 4 in there, and you know something's going to break loose when all the men in there one time, and we only got the 1 referee. But he got him rolled up, Tony.
Small package roll up. 1, 2. No referee. Roll up the other way. Watch out here. I think the referee saw that.
Yeah, he caught it.
And rolled back up by Scott Steiner. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, baby.
It's WCW Monday Nitro. Can you imagine the Macho Man going up against the Nature Boy Ric Flair? That's going to be red hot. This is going to be Monday Dream.
Well, there's so much story behind that situation. Unbelievable.
And, of course, as we head to the Great American Bash, it is tomorrow night only on pay-per-view. One thing prevails in World Championship Wrestling, maybe when nothing else does, and that is the choke slam.
Yeah.
It is the single most devastating, most feared move in our sport. And as you take a look at the world champion, an unprecedented match here on Saturday night. Dream, we've been doing these programs for a long time. I've been on TBS for many years, but I've never seen one man against four.
I tell you what, the most awesome athlete in all of sports today, the Giant, Ken Luger, racked the Giant. Can these four guys even stand up to the Giant? The odds here are in the favor of the four in some cases. But let me tell you what, when he starts the choke slamming, you better not get close. You see that sting to grab Jimmy Hart?
Yes.
How will he come to play in that situation with Luger at the Great American Bash?
I have no idea. All right, here are the opponents. Prince Iaukea, Rex King, Cobra, and Mark Starr. There's Cobra.
Yeah, and they got a worried look on their face because the Giant got bad intentions in them eyeballs.
Yeah, what? All four should just try to jump him one time and get it over with here.
Nothing.
He literally bounced off of him.
Well, here's one.
Giant wasting no time.
Yeah, here's one.
One down.
Yeah.
Here comes Rex King.
Yeah, and here's two down.
Two down.
Yeah. The odds are slowly going in the favor of the Giant. Who's next?
Mark Starr and Cobra looking at each other like 1, 2, 3. This one's over. Mark Starr.
Oh, man, cut him off the top. Come on, Cobra.
This is nothing less than incredible. How will Lex Luger combat this? How can anyone combat this?
I don't know how. I tell you what, there is a smell of fear right here in this building. Wow. I guarantee you. Oh, he has laid them all to waste. Not enough hands to count them all out.
Incredible. What if he puts him through the table once again? Will Luger be able to get back up and compete once again? World Championship Wrestling presents the Great American Bash, and I tell you, as we head to the Great American Bash, you got to give Lex Luger a lot of credit. He knows and he has seen what has happened here tonight with the Giant. However, he must go up against this man here for the World TV title, and this man will take you apart and put you back together again the wrong way.
Yes, obligations have to be met here on the mothership on Saturday night. And them obligations for one Lex Luger is the barbarian from the faces of fear. This is a hot matchup. McMichaels in green, the Macho Man, Heenan with the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Iron Anderson, woman Elizabeth. The whole world is waiting for that situation right there. And Luger, this man, facing the Giant for the World Heavyweight title. Great American Bash only on pay-per-view. If you never bought one before, you better buy this one, baby.
Be a part of it. It's as simple as making a telephone call to your local cable operator. You can inquire about availability. You can make sure you can be a part of it tonight. Go ahead and order tonight. Lex Luger determined he's never looked better.
Never.
And you brought up the question, what if Lex Luger can get the Giant in the torture rack? Will he win? Will the Giant give up? Everyone has.
Yeah.
And the question is, we've asked a lot of questions. First of all, can he put him in the rack?
Yeah.
And if he does, will the Giant give up? What's his threshold of pain?
Well, he can put him in the rack. He has the ability to do that. But he's going to have to get him down, get him wore down, and get him in a situation to where he can get him up in the rack. Lex Luger, as you said, trimmed down just a little bit. Coming into this thing more serious, more focused than I think he has ever been. Say what you want about it. I got my feelings about the total package, Lex Luger. But just the proof of stepping in here tonight on Saturday night with the Barbarian tells me that he is geared, he is ready, and he is focused. And he must be, because the Giant, as we've seen, lays everybody he comes in contact with to waste.
right now Luger in a side headlock predicament with the Barbarian. One of the strongest, most feared men is the Barbarian. Look at that power, would you?
He ran right through him right there. And this is what I'm talking about. You get yourself in commitments, and you got to fill them, and you come in, and you get on the verge of the most coveted title in all of sports at the Great American Bash on pay-per-view tomorrow night. And now you're faced on Saturday night with a man that wants to take your head off, the Barbarian. Once again, I will say, this is the Barbarian's Great American Bash right here on Saturday night where the big boys play.
The chant of Luger from the fans, they love him. Look at him, and you can hear him as Lex Luger gets his motivation from the great fans. And we'll never forget being chokeslammed through the table. We've seen chokeslams, but how about the one he took at the hands of the Giant?
Devastating. Rocked him. Got him rocked. Oh.
The Barbarian on the outside. In this telecast, we had a chance for a very special one-on-one personal interview with Lex Luger that was recorded earlier this week, and we're going to be showing you that one-on-one interview. Some of his thoughts about, you know, going up against the Giant is troubling in itself because of how big and his demeanor. But when you have to go up for the most prestigious title this world has ever seen, that gives you butterflies enough.
Sure does.
And it's his night.
I'll tell you what, here on Saturday night, this crowd is really behind Lex Luger.
Oh, into the midsection.
Yeah.
Luger has thoughts of the Great American Bash. Little history note. The Great American Bash of 1988. Luger had Ric Flair in the torture rack. Down he goes. 1, 2. In that same arena, the Great American Bash. He had it 1. Oh, watch this roll up. 1, 2.
He almost got him right there with a roll up.
But the match was stopped because of an injury.
Yes.
And Luger was without the world title. He never will forget that.
But can he get the Giant up? If, can he? Maybes. What will happen? The only way to find out is the Great American Bash on pay-per-view tomorrow night in Baltimore, Maryland. That big main event, I'm going to be there myself. That big pre-game show. You know, always many things happen prior to that thing, so you don't want to miss that on TBS tomorrow night also.
Barbarian, after the big power bomb, seems to have Luger where he wants him. And if Luger gets any more punishment here, we're going to have a new television champion, fans.
Yeah, he's got him drowsy right here, and that would be a big enough upset right here.
Headbutted the Barbarian. Barbarian goes crashing down. Luger, middle turnbuckle, awaits the Barbarian.
Caught him right on top. Oh yeah, I want to see this. Get him set, baby.
Can he rack him?
Got him in a power slam. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Only hot here at WCW. Oh, yes. Oh,
how about that?
The Barbarian wasn't going for it. The stage was set, brother.
You're not kidding, buddy. He laid the table.
Barbarian called it off.
He set the table, and the Barbarian pulled out the
old thumb in the eye.
Yes, he did.
He's got him back up there again. He's going to try for it a second time. Got head-butted off this thing a while ago. Luger got his foot set up there pretty straight. I mean, he's hanging on right here. You don't want to get in a situation. Barbarian going all the way to the top.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, that is over. That's going to be a new World Television Champion right here on Saturday night.
Barbarian is up. Once again, this is a critical mistake.
You're going to look for it right here.
Referee checking in. Luger may be out here.
Man, look how far across the ring he is.
He is going for his flying headbutt.
He missed it, baby. Missed it.
Luger just barely rolled out of the way. What a match we got for the TV title here on Saturday night, the eve of the Great American Bash. Luger's going to rack him here.
Got him up.
Got him. Wow. Lex Luger.
Awesome.
Tomorrow night against the Giant.
Can he do it?
A very special one-on-one interview with a total package after this on Saturday night. Welcome back, fans, to WCW Saturday Night. Tony Schiavone, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. We now know at Bash at the Beach, Sunday, July 7th, it will be Sting, Lex Luger, and the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Of course, it's the hostile takeover of WCW. And we know two of the men that Luger, Sting, and Macho will be facing, but who could the third man be? They said there will be a third man. Hopefully, we'll find out very soon, Dream. This third man could be anybody in this sport.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and that might be an ace in the hole for them two guys coming in here declaring this assassination war at WCW where the big boss play. Eric Bischoff, obviously executive producer, in good shape, but not in the shape of a wrestler. And what they did was unbelievable. But bottom line, let me tell you something, Tony, that we have to really concentrate on. You said it. I heard you say it on a Netflix televised program and on radio after me and you had talked to people. You said this could be the most important pay-per-view in the history of wrestling, period, of WCW. And I agree with it. I believe it will be.
Conan, United States Heavyweight Champion, making his way to the ring. A man, as we heard earlier in the Bash of the Beach Control Center, will defend the title against the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Earlier, we had these pre-recorded comments from U.S. champ Conan.
Ric Flair, you've always said that to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Right now, I am the man. I am the U.S. champion. Come and get it.
Well, we know Ric Flair is a 13-time World Heavyweight Champion, but he has claimed that he's won the U.S. belt 48 times, and he may be right with that one.
Well, I tell you, that's a lot of times for a man to win the U.S. title. The U.S. title, as you know, Tony, is a stepping stone to the World's Heavyweight title. I believe now then, with the newfound Mongo McMichaels, the traitor, if you will, the turncoat, went for the money. Put egg all over the face of Larry Zbyszko, who knocked him, now is in his corner. Bottom line in that situation is the four horsemen want all the gold, all the titles. You start with the United States title. And who do they send after that title right off the bat? Former World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy, Ric Flair. The writing on the wall is plain, boys. I'm telling you, it's time to tape them up.
We've talked so much has been written, so much has been said about war in professional wrestling. But as Dusty, you said, and we've talked about, coming up on July 7th, for many, many reasons, both apparent and both behind the scenes, this is our most important pay-per-view event. When Sting, Lex Luger, and the Macho Man take on those two, and I call them cowards because it's easy to beat up an announcer, I would think. But these two men plus another man at the Great American Bash in a big six-man main event.
VK Wall Street right now is the guy that just wins matches. We talk about him a lot. He's not flamboyant. He has an opportunity here with Conan on Saturday night, the mothership, if you will. We talked about the bow of the big battleship, TNT, Monday Night Raw, every Monday night. Right here is really doing a good job with Conan. You go back and you look, and you said it too, and we keep saying that to each other, but we talked about it. The underlying factors in this situation with these two guys, you're not only out in public, but in the offices. And I said, a desperate man do desperate things. That's why this thing is so important in WCW.
On 2 count. You saw a moment ago the capacity crowd on hand here for World Championship Wrestling's WCW Saturday Night, a 1-hour edition. We still have to come. Harlem Heat against Fire and Ice.
Boom.
Medusa in ladies action against Debbie Combs.
Sleeper hole right here. Got him in the sleeper, caught him off back, got him drowsy. Could this be VK Wall Street's Bash at the Beach? We talk about that a lot. This could be his Great American Bash that's just over. Putting to sleep Conan, the United States Heavyweight Champion.
Down he goes. Randy Anderson checking in. And we are very close. When this match being over, Flair may have to face VK Wall Street. Not yet. Coming up at Bash of the Beach. It'll be in Daytona Beach on Sunday, the 7th of July at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Right hand to the top of the head. What a jam-packed summer. Here's a pickup.
I think he's got him. Get him ready.
Stock market crash. That's his move. First of all, an airplane spin.
That makes everybody dizzy. See if he goes now with a stock market crash. Can he get him back? No.
Conan slides down. Conan rolls him out. 2, 3. Conan wins. How about it? More still to come on Saturday night. As we will see Harlem Heat singing Lex Luger and the Steiner Brothers. Plus, we understand Kevin Green says he will be there looking for Steve Mongo McMichael, of course, Green with the Carolina Panthers. Live this coming Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And Green, look here, Harlem Heat this week on the cell phone.
Well, I tell you what, we talked about them when they lost the title. They had lost some guidance somewhere from somebody. Now they are back on the telephone. And we know the last time they were using this telephone, they became World Tag Team Champions. But what an awesome, awesome team they will face tonight in Fire and Ice. Pure power, brother.
Yeah, there's no question. Last time they were on the phone, his sister Sherry.
Yes.
And now
she guided them to the title.
They sure did, and now they're on the phone once again. Independence Arena in Charlotte. It should be tremendous. By the way, fans, at Nitro, live, 2 hours, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. As far as Eric Bischoff is concerned, he is day-to-day right now, and it remains to be seen if he will join us for Nitro this Monday for the second hour. But as Fire and Ice make their way out, I want to let you know this, that we do realize Sting and Lex, Harlem Heat, the team you're seeing in the ring, and the Steiners will be involved in a big triangle match, tag team match, coming up live 8 o'clock Eastern Time from Charlotte, North Carolina this Monday.
Yeah, we talk about these things on another ship as we lead in, and I call it the big old battleship. TNT is out there, and one thing for sure is talked about Eric Bischoff. If he can crawl or get there, he will. Understanding the importance of being seen for him is so important right now as the whole world is watching this thing. And he's lucky to be talking, we know that.
And I got to wonder, based on what has been said, what has been written, and what has been done in really less than a week's time, from where we were in Baltimore, what we saw, what transpired that night, and how helter-skelter was in the back after the program was over, going to Richmond the next night, doing Nitro, and what has been said. We are not sure, fans, at Nitro Live this coming Monday, who is going to be there. I mean, those two guys could show up and try to attack me, try to attack Larry Zbyszko, try to attack anyone.
Well, security has been beefed up, as we know. It's just like the Olympics right now. All the security in Atlanta, Georgia is now around WCW also, because I just want this thing to play out and get our shot at these guys. We chose our guys, as I said, and everybody, these guys right here, put their names in the hat. Hulkamania put his names in the hat. The Giant had his names in the hat. Well, we got three, brother, good ones.
The three men, once again, of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Sting, and Lex Luger. A little program note. Those three men will be in our six-man main event next week, next Saturday night, in a 1-hour edition of Saturday Night at 6:05 Eastern Time, as they prepare for the biggest battle, I would say, in their career as well. Coming up at Back to the Beach. You got to be a part of this one, fans. A wrestling fan of WCW for many years, maybe yes, maybe no. Regardless, you'll want to be with us Sunday, July 7th. And I tell you, two-man Booker T and Stevie Ray getting pumped for this Monday for that triangle match, and they're looking awesome here.
I'll tell you what, the phone call might have done some good, but always coming back with the power. Scott Norton got him.
1, 2, and no!
Almost had him right there. Harlem Heat, they more astute. They got the representative together as tag team wrestlers more than fire. Do it with power and respect for each other and watching each other's back. And I think that's what we're all doing at WCW right now, watching each other's back. Tony, I say you don't have to like Eric Bischoff, or you do or you don't. That's not the guts of the matter. What went down, brother, and I made my statement on the start of the show. What went down, and what's going down right here is Big Scotty Norton.
How about that kick from Stevie Ray? Down went Booker T on the outside. He hit the safety rail, and that enabled Stevie Ray to get the foot to Scott Norton. Now the team of Fire Knights on the receiving end of some punishment here from Harlem Heat. The Bash at the Beach. We'll be hearing more about the big event coming up as we'll go back to the control center later on. And fans, we'll be back in the locker room area because Steve Mongo McMichael is here this week, and we'll be hearing comments from him explaining his actions and what he did this past Sunday at the Great American Bash. But one thing is known for sure, the Horsemen, or the Four Horsemen, are back bigger and stronger than ever. And also, we saw what happened on Nitro as well to the Macho Man Randy Savage. Steve Mongo McMichael is a horseman, make no doubt about that.
And they exploded, and he went for the money. He not only got so much money in that briefcase, they got him a t-shirt too, and they put that on. Bottom line is that money came from somewhere. Speculation here. Macho Man Randy Savage still paying for the dues that he is supposed to owe to Elizabeth. And I guarantee you, Dungeon of Doom won't take it sitting down. All of the walls, within the walls, are happening, and we got one going on right here on Saturday night on the mothership right here.
Scott Norton, he is so strong, so powerful, so much tenacity, he just will not stay down. But he is being beaten upon by two men who are strong as they come. Good to have you on this 1-hour edition of WCW Saturday Night. And we'll show you the footage, not the photographs, not the stills.
No.
We'll show you the footage of the most blatant, unprovoked attack I've ever seen in all the years I've done this program.
Yeah, we're going to see it in its entirety. We're going to see everything that transpired with Eric Bischoff when these two men came out. Off the top.
Caught by Scott Norton. He's going to hoist him up. And power bombing. Boy, that was nicely done.
Yeah, that was an inverted atomic drop right there.
Tag is made.
Oh, yeah. Deal on him, baby. Big Ice going now. Cold-blooded.
Big Ice Train getting his exchange in. And Buddy, well, he can't knock him down. He gave him everything he had on that one. Sending the man in again. Big clothesline.
Cover him, baby. Got him off his feet. Got him off his feet.
Ice Train will shoot him now far to the near side. And he'll power slam him down. Scott Norton looking for in the exchange.
Yeah, they made a mistake right there. Scott Norton wanted to tag.
He wants back in.
Yeah.
A little discussion going on.
Yeah, that's a bad mistake by Fine Ice right there. That's a bad mistake.
They
Too much
collided.
join.
And Scott Norton is down. Ice Train, gets the back kick.
Whoa.
Spin wheel kick, got him. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. He's holding the ropes, but the match is still on with the referee counting 1, 2, 3. Well, we're going to have a look at our 1-800-COLLECT replay, but we got an argument going on. Listen here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
You gotta get this together, Ice. No, we can't be messed up on the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Silver Creek, Colorado, Billy Kidman.
The youngster Billy Kidman to start off this telecast of Saturday night in for an hour this week. Tony Schiavone, Dusty Rhodes, of course, and we have in this telecast the three men who will defend WCW in the most important pay-per-view event in WCW history, Bash of the Beach. We have Sting, Lex Luger, the Macho Man, in our main event later on together against Ming, Hugh Morris, and Max of the Dungeon of Doom, Dream.
Well, I tell you what, this pay-per-view, so big, so important to the whole world. This could change the way that wrestling is looked at in the next century.
His opponent from Tijuana, Mexico, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Rey Mysterio Jr. here on Saturday night, and what a sensation he was at the Great American Bash, and he'll be at the Bash of the Beach as well against a longtime nemesis, Psychosis, both men, of course, from Mexico, but Rey Mysterio Jr. is certainly electrifying, Dream.
Well, I tell you what, just to be very frank about the situation, Junior, they say on the street people say the hottest product in all of pro sports is this young man right here. We have him at WCW where the big boys play as we prepare for the wall, the hostile takeover, the assassination attempt. It's all right here. WCW Saturday Night, the mothership, going to talk about Bash at the Beach all program long.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is only 1 week from tomorrow night. WCW's Bash of the Beach. Look at Mysterio up the ropes. Springboard off the middle rope. 1, 2. Got a 2 count on Billy Kidman. Next Sunday, the 7th of July, it's your opportunity to see WCW and professional wrestling history at WCW's Bash of the Beach. Everyone's talking about this, Dream, in the front office, all the wrestlers, all the fans. This is the big one.
The corporate world is ablaze with it. Ever since professional wrestling, WCW, went into the world of corporations and big business, if you will, Turner Sports, WCW. I mean, this thing has never happened before to where 2 guys, or now 3 guys, I mean, or could be many more, hostile takeover, trying to assassinate an executive producer. And along them same lines, now leading us into this big pay-per-view that will set the tone, as I said, for the next century of what pro wrestling is all about.
Billy Kidman showing plenty of agility. There's a backflip, and Billy Kidman one step ahead of Rey Mysterio Jr. that time. As you know, fans, high risk, that's exactly what it is. You take the risk as well. Billy Kidman's outside, and Billy Kidman with a leg drop on the outside. Good move of his own, 1-2, and he almost had an upset in the opening bout here.
Billy Kidman is a young man that if he could even get close to getting a victory here with Rey Mysterio Jr. would really put himself on the map. Mike got him.
1-2, crossbody block from the top. Also, Dean Malenko is here, Earl Robert Eaton and John Tenta, plus much more in this 1-hour edition of Saturday Night. Both feet up from Rey Mysterio Jr. Kidman catches him and power slams him down.
I tell you what, and the referee slid down for the count. Kidman up off of him, dazed his own self just a little bit. Now going up to the top, high-risk maneuver. Rey Mysterio Jr., as I said, what a hot commodity he is in WCW right now, and all over the world, really. Watch this move right here.
Rey Mysterio Jr. almost like a victory roll on the top. 1, 2, 3, and he defeats Billy Kidman.
Wow, make no mistake about it.
One of the superstars you're going to see at Bash of the Beach against Psychosis. One of 9 matches at Bash of the Beach, the biggest pay-per-view in our sports history, and that's all coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following feature contest, 6-man tag team action, is set for one fall. Introducing team number 1, representing the Dungeon of Doom, from the Kingdom of Tonga, Ming and the Barbarian, the Faces of Fear. Their tag team partner from parts unknown, Max.
Some startling, revealing footage from WCW Monday Nitro. Harlem Heat, they are the tag team champs, but never before have I called a match with such confusion, with such chaos, and with officers going to the ring, unbuckling the pistols, ready to go.
Yeah, I had never, in all my times of hearing the silver tongue of Tony Schiavone, that is so true. I was listening to Nitro and watching this thing unfold. They are the World Tag Team Champions. The most important thing was the chaos that almost erupted there.
First from Venice Beach, California, this is Sting. His tag team partner from Chicago, the Total Package, Lex Luger.
Look at this, Dream.
And their partner, ladies and gentlemen, from Sarasota, Florida, Macho Man.
Yes.
They got the war paint on, buddy.
Yes, sir, and I tell you what, that partner, I guarantee you one thing. These 3 guys chosen, these 3 guys were picked to go to war. These 3 guys had their names out there with a lot of other guys.
And these 3 men, Dream, will represent World Championship Wrestling at Bash of the Beach. Without a doubt, the most important pay-per-view in WCW history. Available next Sunday, 1 week from tomorrow night, exclusively on pay-per-view. Our fans in Daytona Beach, tickets available at the Ocean Center box office and all Ticketmaster locations. Want to say hello to our fans in Philadelphia. Tonight in the Civic Center, World Championship Wrestling returns, 7:30 bell time, not too long from now. Tickets available at the door. And then tomorrow afternoon, World Championship Wrestling continues the Northern Invasion as WCW superstars go to the theater at Madison Square Garden. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And tickets available at the Madison Square Garden box office, all Ticketmaster locations. Also in the month of July, coming to Muncie, Indiana, Cincinnati, Ohio, Charleston, West Virginia, and Dayton, Ohio. WCW is on tour.
Well, you see these guys right here I'm talking about. Sting, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Lex Luger. You know, it was only a few months ago as you see him, the big bull. He kind of blocked that with his right arm there, but he's going to go ahead for a cover right here. Stomp in the back. It wasn't too long ago that the Macho Man was locked out. Luger, we didn't know if he was really Sting's a friend or not. Then all of a sudden, when these 2 guys came in and they attempted to assassinate WCW, then they went on and getting ready for Bash of the Beach. Got a guy we don't even know who the 3rd guy is. Holds the key to the whole situation. These 3 came together. Now, we've seen them all together with no problem about taking on these guys that have come here to destroy WCW.
You can better believe these 3 men are going to have butterflies next Sunday. How much is on the line? Lateral press. We got a 1 count. How much is on the line? Absolutely everything, fans. Here's the tag and the Macho Man. And Brain and I talked about this past Monday on Nitro. He's a nut, I know, and he's crazy, but I want him on my side. I want him the way he is right now because he's the type of man you need.
That's just what I'm saying, Tony. When you come into your backyard, if somebody comes in and tries to take something out of your backyard, and there's some friends of yours that were there that got backyards next door, and y'all been squabbling with each other, all of a sudden, y'all all get together to fight this outside group, and all bets are off, and that's what's happening right there now. These guys coming in here trying to take over. And if I'm going to war, I want the Macho Man, Randy Savage, leading the charge at Bash at the Beach, July the 7th, only on pay-per-view Daytona Beach. It's going to be Wally Woolley.
A pickup by Max, and Max sends the Macho Man down. He's a big, powerful man, is Max. But he gets up and wastes precious time for the Macho Man to make a tag. Working as a unit, Luger, Sting, Macho Man.
Well, that's what's the pretty thing about this thing is so important that they work as a unit. Understanding, having meetings, talk about it, talk about this situation, talk about what it would be like if a hostile group come in. Watch out! Whoa, they got him!
They hit Max!
They sure did!
And he stomps Max!
Which one?
Ming did,
Yes.
for good measure!
Yeah, because Max didn't get out the way.
The big elbow with the Macho Man!
Yes!
1, 2, it's over!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners, the two
There's our three. Bring on that three.
That's right.
Let's go to war.
Come get a little bit of this, right?
Yes, sir, Bubba. I like it.
Look at them standing. WCW fans worldwide behind these three as a unit. And these three men who I'm going to be talking to in a few moments represent our 1-800. Yeah, how about it?
We're right to the mat.
Yeah, I believe that. You know he's
the way to
like.
go.